Hi everyone, this is Jem George. My buddy Srihari is also with me. Today we are going to discuss about our new spearfishing toolkit, Sniperfish. Uh, First, let me thank Cocoon and Red Team Village for providing us an opportunity to deliver this session. Before coming to our main agenda, let me introduce ourselves. Um, this is about me in brief. I am working as a security consultant currently in Singapore, and I participate in CTF competitions, and I have won prize in Cocoon Dome CTF conducted 2 years back. Thanks to APFAPS and Kerala Police Cyberdome for that. I do bug bounty hunting when I get some free time, and I have some track record of acknowledgements from tech giants such as Google and Cisco. Before coming to security field, I was a developer. I love tool development, especially security related tools, and Sniperfish is one of my favorite. And I'm also volunteering Google as a product expert, focusing mainly on Gmail and Google accounts. And just like you, I am another learner. And the last link is my LinkedIn profile. You can connect me there for more details.
Hi everyone, this is Srihari Hardas. So I'm working in UST Global as a cybersecurity engineer, and I'm also a bug bounty hunter, and I do play capture the flags when I get free time, and I have listed in different companies Hall of Fames, 15 plus Hall of Fames, and I got placed sixth globally in Hack the Box EU Capture the Flag platform, and I'm a core member at DEFCON Trivandrum, and I'm a operator at Red Team Village, and I do volunteer at Kerala Police Cyberdome, and this is my Twitter ID. If you guys have any queries, you can ping me directly there. So move to the next part. This is our talks agenda, today's agenda. So we will be talking about fishing and what are the types of fishing and a success or how to be succeeded in a fishing campaign or that kind of things, and also we'll be showing a web email spear phishing attack methodology, that how it works, and a basic kind of stuff, and we'll be talking about a professional approach about like when how we can conduct a phishing campaign or how we can start a simulation with using a framework or something. And we'll be talking about this our main agenda. We'll be introducing our tool called Sniperfish. It's a web and email based phishing framework, and we'll be talking about why we need to use Sniperfish, and we'll be talking about its core components and its core features, and that kind of things. Also we'll be also showing a demo on how Sniperfish can be used to start a campaign, and how it can be used in different particular scenarios or that kind of things. We'll be showing it to the in the demo part, and the last part will be showing we'll be talking about the future updates or future things that we are planning to add, and we that the things that the things that have in our bucket list. So that is the agenda for today. So let's don't waste any time, move to the next part. So we'll be talking about the first one, that is phishing and effective social engineering attack. I could say there are different types of phishing attacks, and to be succeeded we have to do we have to follow some other things also. So let me just talk about the types of phishing. So when it comes to types of phishing, there are spear phishing, whaling, clone phishing, voice phishing or wishing, and SMS phishing, also known as smishing. So let's talk about spear phishing. So spear phishing attempts directed at a specific individuals or companies, so that is known as spear phishing attack, or let's say that will be a targeted attack. It is a initial pathway of adversaries into a organization or something. So these are the main different types or different scenarios spear phishing attacks are used. And move to the next part, that is uh, whaling. So whaling in the sense, let's say it will be depend on a specific individual, and how the individual is influenced, and how the targeting could be considered, and this will be called as veiling. Let's break it as a symbol, like the so there are when it comes under an organization, there are higher level of employees or higher level of management team that exists there. So for example, CISO, CEO, CTO, all kind of things. So they all are a big fish. Let's say, for example, they are a big fish. So that they to fish them, this is the method that is calling in the spear phishing attacks, that is whaling. So move to the next one, that is clone phishing. Clone phishing, in the sense, clone phishing is a little bit different from a typical phishing attempt, because this in the clone phishing attack, it uses a legitimate or a previously sent email that contains attachment or link. So it will use a previously sent email and that kind of things. So the clone will be near to be a copy of the original mail that has the attachment or links, and then what the attacker do is, attacker will replace that particular attachment or link with a malicious or malware link and attach to the email, and send it to the victim. So that is what actually happening here, and the email will be typically spoofed to and spoofed, and it looks and it appears to be like and like a genuine mail, and it being sent by the attacker, and the original sender will be uh, thinks about this comes up from a genuine allocation or genuine source. So that is what clone phishing is. So move to the next one, that is voice phishing or wishing. So when it comes to voice phishing attack, this is more of into a social engineering attack. This is a social engineering attack over the telephone system to gain access to the private and or a financial information, for let's say for the purpose of financial gain, or a, let's say, kind of thing. Maybe it also can be concluded, I mean, do or conclude with spear phishing also. So this is also called as wishing. So move to the next part, that is smishing, SMS phishing. So SMS phishing uses a, it's similar to voice phishing, but when it comes to smishing, it uses the text message. So the smishing, SMS phishing, uses cell phone text messages to deliver the bait and steal the personal informations through text messages. That is what actually happening in smishing attacks. So like smishing typically invite users to click to a particular link, or call to a particular phone number, or contact to an attacker via email address that is provided by the attacker through a text messages or something. So that is what actually happens in the smishing attack also. So these are the different types of phishing attacks. So move to the next part, that is success. In the sense, we can say when we are doing a, or when we are conducting a phishing campaign or an attack, there are multiple things that we have to follow. So the being stealthy is the main part that we have to follow. uh, when we detect on the spam filter or something onto the organization's security part, then we are really screwed. So we don't want to get detected in their radar, and we want to directly move our mail to the victim's inbox. So these are the things that we have to be careful when we are doing the targeted phishing attacks. So the main part will be staying stealthy, use undetected payloads, undetected attachment, or any kind of that kind of things that we have to do when it comes to a when the targeted phishing need to be succeeded. So this is the last point of this phishing attack. So that is the fish in the sense, uh, it's what meant to be like it is we the goal of an attacker or the cam who is doing the campaign, so that will be the fish, the goal in the sense, for an example, the getting the desired information, for example, credentials or shells on a shell on the victim's machine, or etc. Some that kind of things that that is comes under the fish part. The fish means the goal of an attacker, that is for easy, I can say. So that's all about the phishing types and attacks. So move to the next part, that is web and email spear phishing attack. This is a simple diagram or attack flow that the attacker will do when it comes to a web, using web and email spear phishing attack. So what actually happens is there is the attacker will send a mail with using his mail server, and he will host his on payload in his web server, and that is what actually happening here. So the two important things are the attacker will receive a mail delivery details from here, and the attacker will also receive the web activity details also. That is what actually happening here. So the attack, once the attacker sends the mail with using the mail server to the victim, when the mail reaches to the victim's mailbox, then the mail delivery details will get back to the attacker's dashboard, and it says the mail has been successfully delivered. And once the victim clicked open to that particular mail, then it will says that the victim has successfully opened to that mail. So that data will also send back to attackers dashboard, and once the victim clicks on that particular link that attached on that mail, then it will redirect him to the uh, spoofed or hosted phishing mail, sorry, phishing website that is hosted in the attacker's web server. So when that clicks is happening, then that click also will click detail will also send back to the attacker's dashboard, and the attacker can track these all kind of data in his dashboard also. So when the user access to that particular phishing website, and when the attack when the victim put his or her credentials in there, that will also get captured in that phishing mail, if it is implemented to capture the credentials and capture the data that a user inputs. So that will also get back to the attacker's let's say dashboard or framework that he is using. That he can also get these all details in a single framework or something. So that is what actually happening in a web and email spear phishing attack. So don't waste any more time, we'll move to the next part, that is the professional approach. As I said, when we are doing or when we are conducting a phishing campaign or a targeted attack, we these are the main part or the main points that we have to follow to be to be succeeded in the campaign. So the first one will be, we have to get a domain. So that is a or the main part, that when we are doing a phishing campaign. So when for example, when I said getting a domain, so when you are going to buy a domain, so you have to be prepared, and you have to be for example, let's say you have to be check for the mails sorry, the domains health, or how the domain has categorized, and these kind of things you have to be careful, and you have to be looked into it. So when you are buying for a domain, you need to check, or you can use a tool called Domain Hunter. So that is available in the GitHub. You can use the Domain Hunter tool to check for the domains, expired domains, and you can check for the domain categorization, you can check for the reputation, and then you can purchase it. So move to the next part, that is the preparation of mail server. So when it comes to a mail server, so this is the difficult part that we have to do. We have to create our own SMTP server if we want to use that. But there are multiple there are different types of SMTP providers are there. You can also use that also, or else you can build your own SMTP server from scratch. So that is also there. But there will be there will be some issues about domain health and domain categorization. All this kind of will be affect your SMTP server also when you are preparing it from scratch. So this is the main, as I said, this is the main difficult part that we have. We when we are doing a conduct or when we are conducting a phishing campaign, that is preparing a mail server. So when we are preparing a mail server, we have to implement, or we have to follow some other things also. We have to implement SPF, we have to implement DKIM, we have to implement TMARC, and these kind of things we have to implement, because else if we don't use this particular methodology or particular email security or futures, but this there might be other will be a chance to our mail will be phishing mail will be get into the spam, or it will get blocked into the organization's security policies. Their let's say for easy purpose, it will get detected in their radar. So we have to ensure that these all things we have implemented in our mail server when we are uh, uh, building it from scratch. So also the other thing that we have to prepare our phishing mail, and we have to make our own phishing website. That is, I think all know, if we are doing that, we have to create our own template and our own website that is looks like the website appearance should be legitimate, and also we have to follow the reputation part also when we are doing the template. So let's create it bit more legitimate, and move to the next one, that is connecting a mail server and phishing website to a phishing framework. That if you are using Sniperfish, you can also easily do that, but if you are using another frameworks also, you can also do this part you have to do. And when before that, there are some other things that we have to follow when we are this is a, like, let's say for a critical thing that we have to check, and we have to do or follow the check. We have to ensure that the organization that we are going to start the campaign, it have a having a brand protection or something. So if it having a brand protection, then we can't use any name of, let's say for an ABC corporation, so we can't use that particular name in our subject or anywhere, so it will directly get blocked, or it will get back to their it will get it detected in their radar. So we have to avoid that also. Then we have to avoid the blacklisted keywords. So sometimes the keywords will also get blacklisted in our in their like, let's say their spam filter or something. So we have to avoid, for an example, COVID, company name as but also survey, etc. These kind of keywords might be will get blocked in their filters. So we want to ensure that we are not using this particular keywords. So we just want to make our own undetectable template and email templates and websites also. So we don't want to put this anywhere on our email address or subject line. So that is also we want to make sure. So that's the main part that we have to do. And the next will be, we have to start the campaign, and we have to wait for the results, just wait for the results. So after that, when it's done, we can we have to do the result evaluation in the sense the results that the framework will give to you, like for an example, the data of how many users, how many mails have been successfully delivered, and how many users have opened the mails, and how many users have clicked onto that link, how many users have inputted their data in that particular phishing mail, and how well the phishing campaign goes, and the that kind of things that we have to put it in our, or make or create a report for to the client if you are doing it for the client use. So we have to attach all these things. If you are using Sniperfish, there is an option called, you can export all these reports in a single export option. So you can make it to XLS, PDF, or anything that you want in your, if your choice, with your choice. You can also modify it also. So that is all about a professional approach. These are the main things that you have to follow when you are doing or conducting a phishing campaign or targeted phishing campaigns So these are the things. So moving to the next slide, that is the main agenda of this talk. So we'll be introducing our tool that is called Sniperfish. So it's also a web and email based spearfishing toolkit. So we'll talk about the more we'll talk more about the tools capabilities, or more about the talks tools, how the tool works, and all this kind of will be on the next slide. We'll start from there.
Guys, these are the some factors behind the development of Sniperfish. And the first one is combine email and web. We know the when phishing assessments are carried out, there will be a phishing mail and a phishing website. So all data related to the user should be tracked from email as well as web. So the Sniperfish help us to track them together in a single platform. Next one is to avoid website specific tracker coding. So sometimes we will be having a lot of engagements. So we will need it to create or develop a website for each of the requirements, or each of the client requirements. So each time we need to code the website front end and back end. Uh, so in this time, the sniper track we can use the Sniperfish to generate a tracker code for this website, and we can easily add them into the website. So we no need to worry more about the coding part of the website for tracking the users. And then we need an easy way to track. Easy way to add a tracker supporting all kind of websites. So irrespective of the front end and back end language used to develop the website, we can use the Sniperfish for all kind of this website. And track phishing website with the end pages. So most of the time, the phishing website will be having one or two pages we need to track. For example, there will be a user signing into the first page, then user will be submitting some other data in the second page. So even if there are multiple pages, we can use Sniperfish to track data of the user activities sequentially. Next one is mail sending customization. So assume that there are hundreds of users. If you are sending email to all of them at the same time, either a mail server, SMTP server can block them our mail, detecting it as a spam, or maybe the protection used at the client side. So we can provide delay between them sending mails, whether it can be a constant delay or it can be a varying interval. Next to meet privacy protection laws and policies. That means based on the country or based on the company policy or based on the client requirement, we can avoid tracking some sensitive data such as passwords. For example, if there is a login page and user submitting username password, if the client does not want to track the password, we can just avoid that using the Sniperfish. So the sensitive data will not be tracked, will not be recorded. To minimize Next one is to minimize report modification, like selective fields and timestamp format. For example, if there are multiple options, we can put into the report. For example, public IP is there, user agent will be there, the browser, what they are using, the operating system. We can select about all data to be added in the report. Similarly, timestamp format. So, for example, sometimes client will be giving a specific template and it will have a specific timestamp format. So if there are a lot of data in the exported report, it will be difficult for us to convert the timestamp into the format given by the client. So Sniper has an easy way to represent a timestamp based on the client requirement. And also something that provides a modern approach. We can add QR codes, barcodes in the mail body. And the last one is convenient way to handle payloads. Additional to sending email campaign and recording the data from website and email, we can host our exploits, and we can and also provides an option to create some exploit or modify exploit in an undetectable manner. Also encrypting the payloads for exploit what we are going to upload. Moving to next. So this is the demo time. So we are going to I'm going to introduce Sniperfish with the demo. This is the login page of Sniperfish. Login with this admin. Login here. So this is the home dashboard. So we can see what all campaigns are currently active. Similarly, what all campaigns are currently we have created. So just an overview: mail campaign, web trackers, simple trackers. We will come to all of this later. And uh, here we are going to demonstrate a Sniperfish usage based on the scenario. Assume that we have a company called a demo company. We are sending email to this some of the users of the demo company and asking them to log into the phishing website and submit their login credentials. This is the mail campaign aim. So first I will show you the demo website we created. So this is the phishing website. It has a company demo company login. The user will be login here and submitting data. It has a next page, form page. So this is a price acceptance form. So user will be submitting the name and iPhone color, your address here, and we will be recording this. This is so the scenario behind this will be explained in the mail template. So we can see that time. So there are one more page. This is a thank you after submitting the data. So we are not recording this page. We are only tracking the data submitted in the first and second page. Also, we can see the backend of this website. This is the login page. I hope it's visible to everyone. This is the form page. So first we need to create a tracker to implement in the website. So we are going to generate a tracker for this particular website. Mm, so we are providing a name here, demo tracker, web tracker. So we have the items to track here. We have visit time, operating system, public IP, user agent, private IP, and web browser. So if we don't want to track any of them, we can just untick. So this is the web pages session. So we have two web pages need to be tracked. So the first page we are providing a sample name. Let's let it be a login page. So this is the page URL. We are providing the login page URL here. We have form elements. So there will be a HTML elements in the form. We need to provide the ID value or name value of the corresponding HTML fields here. So we can see that login page has username field, that's email address field, and a password field and a button. This is the elements active here. So this the uname is the ID for email address. We are providing this one. This is a test field. So start that. Next one is a password field. Password field is also a test field. So the ID is password. Providing this. Last one is a submission button ID. So this is L submit. And we have added first page. We are going to add the next form page elements also. So this is the form page. So we're providing the form page URL. So the form page also has HTML elements we need to track. So the first one is full name, test field. Next one is select. So we have the ID of font color. Select drop down. So we have one more. It's a text area. The ID is user address. So the last element is the submission button. Submitting, submit is the ID. So this is the final destination URL. So if we can put it as empty, or we can provide the final destination, that is a thank you page. So we created our, we provided all data to generate the tracker code. Next, so we have created generated tracker code that's available in the second link. Is it visible? Hope it's visible to you. So the first link is jQuery link. Since we have already added the jQuery link in our phishing website, just copy the second one. This is our tracker link. So we are providing in the head section. We can also put in the footer, no problem. So we added in the both pages. We have multiple pages, just add in all those pages. And now just click save. Now the tracker is saved here. We can see the tracker list we created. Vidma web tracker here. So now we created tracker code and implemented in our phishing website. Next part is creating an email campaign. Go to email campaign. So before creating email campaign, we need a center list. That's SMTP server details. We have already one created here. And this one is we are sending a mail from CEO's account. So for the demo purpose, I used the domain of Sniperfish. In case you are creating a phishing, so you will be using a phishing website, use the domain sim used for that. That will be better. Next one is user group. So we have some list of users in the demo company. This is the users we are going to target here. Next one is email template. This is the main part here. So just a few things need to consider. So this is the scenario, like we are selecting some of our employees as a valuable contributed. So we are giving them an iPhone 11. So user is supposed to click this link and submit their shipping address. So it's visible. Click on this link. So this is the link. So you can see that there is a CID part in the backend. The CID part we should be added at the end of the first page of the website. So this will easily help to identify which user clicked. And also we need a tracking image at the in the mail body. We already added that. We can use insert default tracker image. We can this will be an invisible image. If we need a different image, we can use a tracker, upload a custom tracker image. So we are not going to upload right now. And we can see the source code here. Hope it's visible to you. So this is the tracker image URL. So once we insert this, this will be automatically inserted here. So going back, so we have already saved this mail template. Now just to go back and create an email campaign. So just to provide some name, demo campaign. So we have a user group here, demo company users we are going to target, and mail template. This a demo congrats mail, and we have already selected the sniper fish center. We have a launch time here. By default, it will use the current present time. So we can put it in a future time. So it will be scheduled to that time. So if you put in, if you are specifying the present time or any past time, it will start the campaign immediately. So for demo purpose, I'm using the present time. Message interval is here. For we can specify a interval. For just now, I'm specifying 10-second constantly for the message interval. So now we are going to click save. But we are showing that the scheduled time is in past. This means it will start the campaign automatically. So we are clicking save. We can see that the campaign is in progress. Phishing status is progress. Also mail sending status is progress. We can see the report here. So it sent 2 or 5 mails. Let's wait some time. We are refreshing the page. It sent 3 mails. So here we can see that this is the success. There is a one open mail. This is a mail because I have already opened the mail here. The Gmail is automatically fetching that in the backend. So we know the Gmail uses the proxy for fetching the tracker image. So it will show us opened. So just refresh. So the mail sending is completed, but the phishing campaign is still progress because this campaign is active for tracking users. Um, this is the report currently generated. Here we can see only email campaign dashboard. To go back to campaign result of web and email campaign, we can go here and select the campaign correspondingly. So we are selecting the demo company campaign as the mail campaign and demo web tracker as the web tracker we used to create. So this is the status. We can see no one submitted form page visited, nothing is here. So this area is empty. So just try, consider I am one of the target user. I am going to visit the website. No, sorry, visit the, we are going to open my email. I just open this mail. It's okay. Task received on mail. He's opening this mail. And here is showing the protect privacy. Remote resources have been blocked. This means remote images are blocked. So we need to allow this to enable. So the user is clicking on this URL right now, and he will be getting that demo company login page here. I'm providing my own email address and password 1234 and submitting name. Provide my name and some random BB and submitting here. So this is submitted as a victim. So it will be tracked in the Sniperfish dashboard. So let me refresh the dashboard. You can see that one user is submitted and two user has been opened in the mailbox. Suppose we are sending a reply mail. So assume that this user has suspected this mail and sending a reply to the originating sender. So we are asking who is this. So these are sent. We need to wait some time to reach the mail in the server. And in that time, I will show one more, will explain one settings here. Here we have the first dashboard settings, first entry, all entries. Suppose if a user has submitted more than one entries, for example, if you user open a link and submitted username password multiple times, it will show here if you select all entries. Similarly, table columns can be selected here and rearranged as our requirements. And also we have the web command page visit form formation. All data will be visible here. We have a lot of options here. And for the mail campaign, mail open, mail reply, we need to see the mail reply content here. So we're selecting that mail reply content. So we can see the one user has been replied here. The first user has been replied. Admin user. We are opening this. We can see who is this. We can see the reply mail. So hope everyone understood how we can create web and email based spear phishing. So let me explain some other important modules also. We have additional module called payloads. Just for right now, we have only one reflective keyword DLL. This will help us to create additional, or we can create an exploit easily using msvno command, and it will convert that into reflective P or DLL correspondingly. So we have tried this and found that most of the present antivirus is not found detecting this. So we have similarly we will later adding some reliable exploits here we can use along with our phishing campaign. Another one is plain text. So we can host our payload here in which are in plain text, providing a sample name and typing some random data. We can encrypt them if we want. So we have base64 here. It will convert that into base64 as output. We can also add base32. It will again, it will first convert that into base64, then base32. We can also rearrange. It will convert accordingly. Hope you can see this. And we can generate a direct access link here. First, we need to save this and save it successfully. Hope you can see the link here. Just copy this link and we are pasting here. So this is our encrypted payload here. We can directly use that with any commands that we are sending along with the exploit used in the phishing campaign. So similarly, we have files here. If we have any files need to be used along with the sniper fish, we can upload here and we can get it corresponding link. So, and finally, we have a settings here. This is based on the requirements for the reporting part. So we can convert that into base required time zone based on client requirements. Also, we have a lot of timestamp format and spacing and the time format here. So the report will be represented in corresponding way. So now let's go back to our slide. So we have a sniperfish components, core components here. Some he will have familiarity with the email campaign, web tracker, report generator, and add-on module. We have one more module called a simple tracker module. It's nothing but just a quick tracking code that can be used along with the email or any website body, so that when a user opens the mail or when a user visits the website, it will be tracked accordingly. So I think we don't need to explain this more. This email campaign manager is just a module to create and send the emails and report and track them. Report generator we already explained. So that's a advanced feature to generate report based on advanced customization options. Add-on module payloads and sniper payloads and sniper host. We have seen last part of demo. We can upload exploits or we can upload any files that can be used with the phishing assessment. Moving to the next slide.
So this is our to-do list that that are the future that we have to implement or we are planning to implement. So the first one will be we have to add a direct mail sending options with the tracking info that we are working on. Also the best thing that we have to add a user geolocation mapping, so we can easily map users who have clicked from the particular countries or anywhere from based on a geolocation. We can track that easily, so we are also working on that. Also we want to add a website cloner with preview and a quick hosting option. We really want to add the website cloner, and after that we are planning to add more payloads and more modules. We are currently working on more payloads. We will add the more payloads with in a short time. We'll add that also. Also this is in our bucket list, so we want to add or we want to add a feature of API. We want to add our own API into the Sniperfish, so that is also in our bucket list. So in future we will hope we will add that soon. So also we are expecting suggestions from your ends also. If you want to contribute, you can contribute with us in Sniperfish framework. You can after this slide I'll share the link to GitHub URL, so you can contribute in there. And if you have any queries, or if you have any more suggestions, you can directly ping us in our mail that will be shown after this. So these all are the things that we want to add in our Sniperfish future releases. So move to the next one. This is the reference and download link. So this is the our official website, sniperfish.com. So if you want to know more about Sniperfish, and if you want to know more things about how Sniperfish works, and the campaigns and all things, that will be available in our website called sniperfish.com. And if you want to download the entire source code, you can directly go to github.com and /sniperfish. So you can get the source code from there. Also, if you want to contribute to, you can also do that in GitHub. So these are the all the downloads in that you can get Sniperfish. So move to the next slide.
I think it's time to wrap up. Time to thanks everyone. First let me thank Cocoon and Red Team Village for this opportunity. And also, and these are the few people we have to name them, especially Nigel, Rakesh, and Arnold. Uh, these are the people who provide us guidance, support throughout the journey of Sniperfish, starting from the development time to this presentation time. And we also thank everyone who I hope everyone understood the basic working of the Sniperfish. Due to time constraint, we have to move fastly. Going to next slide. This is the question answer time. Uh, we will be available in the Red Team Village Discord channel after this session. You guys can come there, and if you have any queries, you guys can discuss with us. Me and Srihari will be available there. Also, in future, you may, if you have any queries in future, you can also mail to info@sniperfish.com. And I think we can stop this, right, Srihari? Yeah, we can.
Yeah.